Yes, a very good evening to you tuned into UBC TV. We thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to this week's edition of One-on-One with Michael Jordan Lukomwa, where we discuss variety. Yes, it is a political season, but of course we'll pay attention to any other business that attracts attention and is pertinent to our development from the family, community, and national level for the good of our beautiful Pearl of Africa. Now, in Uganda's fast-growing higher education sector, there is a giant there called Nkumba University along Entebbe Road. Actually, a few kilometers to the international airport is a giant, Nkumba University. Last year, we talked to them as they celebrated a milestone of 30 years of their existence, where they were celebrating instilling skills and training professionals in this beautiful country of ours. And here we come back to talk to them for another assessment of how far they have gone, because the 1 hour last year could not have brought up everything that they have scored. We have a chance again to talk to the Vice Chancellor, Professor Thaddeus Lubega, and he's here with us. We are going to look at a number of things, but mainly as they prepare for their 27th graduation ceremony that is going to take place, as he's going to tell us. But of course, we need to get to know some more information from him. Professor, we're so glad to have you again.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting me once again.
Yes, how have you been ever since we had the beautiful chat we had last year? We left this place as they were erecting tents, sodas coming in. How were the celebrations of the 30
Yeah, the
years?
celebrations were quite fine, and we really enjoyed the milestone achieved.
Okay.
And that milestone led us to so many other goals set that we have been able to realize within this year as we try to grow stronger and stronger within our mandate of teaching, learning, and our community engagement.
What would you call the position of Nkumba University in this fast-growing sector of higher education in Uganda, especially where one would say the private sector is taking government at a very high speed?
Nkumba is standing so strong amongst the giants, and I can say we below 10, number 10 in the country in terms of our teaching, learning, research, and community engagement. Okay. And we are trying to improve that year by year. Looking at, for example, postgraduate training within this country. Look at all the universities in the country. Apart from Marketable University, there is no any other university that beats Nkumba University in terms of PhD capacity training. Okay. Just only in this year, this particular 27th graduation event, we are graduating out 21 PhD or doctoral students. Okay. This is a testimony of our capacity to run and undertake research in this university from a variety of fields, from all the 7 faculties of our schools of the university. So we are very, very strong when it comes to postgraduate training. But also, when it comes to undergraduate training, we are growing stronger in several areas. For example, take it within the computing and informatics area. We are very, very strong in this area. And we are seeing the school growing very, very, very fast because of what we do and what we are able to deliver. But name other schools, School of Business and Management, which has been the anchor school for the university for so many years. It's growing stronger and stronger. School of Science, School of Social Sciences, School of Education. We are really impacting on this country's educational sector, especially training the teachers out there. We are supporting them in coming back to actually attain a degree, whether it's in secondary, whether it's in primary. We have been at the forefront and are supporting them ubiquitously. That's from anywhere at any place, using our technologies we are using for teaching and learning.
Last time we talked about achievements in the 30 years journey. Can we continue looking at more achievement that Nkumba prides in as a 30-year-old institution in the heart of the country? Because Entebbe and Kampala are just almost equals. What are those things that you're proud of as a university?
One of the things we pride of as a university
yes.
are our graduates. They are doing so well out there into the market. I give you an example. Go into the graduates of the law school. If you go out there and see how many of them are doing so wonderfully well, taking on big positions within the legal fraternity, it's unbelievable. So we are competing at a very, 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 very high level when it comes to our graduates. Okay. Name it in the computing, name it in the business. So we are very proud of that. And two, we are proud of what we have as a campus. We are already putting up several other infrastructure in place. Within the new year, we shall be starting on our students' hostel village, where we intend to build several buildings to make up the village with a stadium in the middle. Wow. It's starting early within the year.
An advanced accommodation area for students.
Yes, with support from UDB. So that's already also an achievement. Then also, we have done a lot of capacity building, especially for our staff, to PhD level. And almost in each year, we are having not less than 4 of them graduating with doctorates to come back and support. But then also we are also
from within?
From within and from out of the country. So we are doing that very, very ably. Then the collaborations. We are really, really very strong in terms of collaborations with so many partner universities in Europe, USA, Asia, and even in Africa. So to me, every year I receive not less than 50 visitors from all over the country who are coming here for collaborative activities. Okay. That is another strong pillar when it comes to a higher institutions of learning, because it's through collaborations that you learn and they learn from you, and you are able to undertake a lot of further research in the different areas.
Even football players, each one of them believes in themselves, at least in an area of the pitch. Somebody will say, I am a good defender. I am sure when it's striking, I'll give you the results. What is that discipline, academic discipline or field, that Nkumba believes nobody can beat us?
Today, I would say the law.
Okay.
School of Law is up there. Is up there. I don't think even Marketable, UCU beats us, because the results at LODC show.
Oh.
They say our students coming, emerging really up there. They're being appointed in very big positions. That is an indicator of the quality of students we are graduating out there. But then also, you asked me for one, but I'll give you even the second one. School of Computing and Informatics. That is a school that is really producing graduates that are really taking on the country in a variety. Go to the Special Forces, go to Uganda Police. There are so many out there. And I happily believe, because I participate in their training as a computer scientist by training. So we have it as one of the other strongest schools coming within the university.
What is that special niche about your students, your graduates, that makes them so marketable out there? Because probably you're teaching the same things like KIU, Nkumba, KIU, Chambogo, Marketable, and everyone. What is that special touch that your graduates walk out of your gates with?
The special touch, I would say, that our students take away with is the practicality of what they're learning. Whether it's in social sciences, whether it's in business, the practicality. How do you put to use the knowledge that you have actually learned from school here? So that is something that is really going away with them, that they are not simply theoretical, they can really go out there and do what exactly has been taught to them. Because we are seeing some of them starting up their own businesses, companies. In the computing field, we are seeing some from the law school establishing law firms as a group. So you can clearly attest to the quality of these graduates that are actually coming out.
as Nkumba University, how do you add that value of a practical lawyer, a practical accountant, a practical, how do you add that?
The time has come for each particular program to have at least 30% of the people teaching on that program coming right from the industry, because they teach practically from the industry. They teach what the industry wants to be taught. The law school, 80% of all the staff in there hold firms, law firms, and they are employing people out there, and they are practicing the law, and they are the people teaching. So they teach from practice. Competence-based form of teaching and learning.
So you're phasing out the practice of having lecturers with heavy books. He's teaching business and accounting, but he doesn't own a business anywhere.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So what are you teaching? What do you know happens in the industry? So this is the direction we are moving, and we have actually been telling people who can listen, the time has come to hold the industry as part of our teaching, deliberately doing that for the good of trying to change into competence-based form of teaching and learning. And that's what we are doing. Go to School of Computing. Majority of them are actually training. They are right in the industry, working. So they come and be part of our teaching. So with that, they will teach from the practice, not from the actual theory, because they have lived it. They know where an error can occur and where it cannot occur when you are programming.
Fast-moving, technological, advanced world, and that is also calling for too much practicability, which you pride in already, you have said. How are you strategically positioning yourself as Nkumba University? You talk of affiliations with other universities, which we'll concentrate on later, and other kind of plans that you're taking. But how are you strategically positioning yourself in a world that is calling for too much technology, too much sophistication of education and whatever that is being done? People are talking about AI. In some international universities, they have already taken it, embraced it in classes, reading material and things like that. Maybe I would ask all the universities in Uganda, but I have Nkumba in front of me. As Nkumba, how are you positioning yourself to move on a par with this kind of wave?
I'm one of the champions out there who is actually pushing for the integration of artificial intelligence in our education. Simple. It has come to stay. It is here with us. And these students that we see are already miles ahead of the staff. So we either catch up with them or they will leave us even further. And if we don't catch up with them, then that means even we do not know the assignments they are giving to us if they are AI generated. So what we are doing is to do a lot of capacity building for our own selves, for our staff and students too, telling them where there is the ethicality of what they do when they're actually using AI, and to the staff to be able to manage AI use within the classroom. How can I evaluate an AI generated paper or article? Because the students are using them. So we are doing our positioning that each and every staff of ours needs to know and understand all about AI integration. And I lead the training for this.
Yourself?
Yes. I lead the training because they need to know so that they can be able to better position themselves. And we are integrating a lot of technologies within the university, right from the learning management system, the library, and so many others. But even deploying plagiarism check for many of these tools, for a PhD student to be able to defend your work hands to go through a plagiarism check. Even the master's students, you have to have a report indicating your plagiarism status of the work. Yes. So we are integrating all this to safeguard ourselves in the future of what all the students are doing. But the fact is that they're already ahead of us. We just need to catch up with them.
Is AI, does AI seem to be something easy to embrace or an essential thing to you being an IT expert? Why do you think other people think it will affect people's thinking capabilities, it will affect growth of intellect in universities? This is my second time to talk to you about it, and you are in support, total support. Is it because of your position as an AI, as an
all that has been fixed. And when I addressed Ugandans at independence, and a number of times, I pointed out the 5 phases for the economy. The minimum economic recovery, where we brought back the coffee, the 3 C's and 3 T's, expansion of that small economy, more coffee, more tea, more tourism, then diversifying, bringing in new products. If you look at the exports of Uganda now, I think there must be like 13 billion now. You check the exports. You check how much Uganda was exporting in 1986. It was not even, I don't think it was even 500 million. But now I think the exports must have hit about $13 billion. Then some value addition, which is beginning, and the knowledge economy, the economy of making, based on science, vaccines, making vehicles,